The Prince Albert Raiders are a major junior ice hockey team in the Western Hockey League. The Raiders play in the East Division of the Eastern Conference. They are based in the Saskatchewan city of Prince Albert. The team plays its home games at the Art Hauser Centre. History: the early days. The Raiders started in 1971 as one of the most successful Tier 2 franchises in Canada, playing in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League. Prince Albert won the Tier 2 National Championship, the Manitoba Centennial Trophy, a record 4 times in a 6-year span from 1977 to 1982. While competing for the Manitoba Centennial Trophy, the Raiders competed against a few future-old teams, the Guelph Platers and the Belleville Bulls. The Raiders also won 7 straight Anavet Cups between 1976 until 1982 against various champions of the Manitoba Junior Hockey League. Terry Simpson was the team's coach for those 6 years in the SJHL. He stayed with the team for its first 4 years when it moved up to the WHL. The city of Prince Albert was granted a WHL expansion franchise for the 1982-83 season. 1984-85 season. 3 years later, the Raiders were the best team in the WHL, led by team captain Dan Hodgson. The team achieved the best regular season record in the WHL of 58 wins, 11 losses and 3 ties. The Raiders defeated the Calgary Wranglers, Medicine Hat Tigers and the Kamloops Blazers in the WHL playoffs to win the WHL championship. Other notable members of the 1984-1985 team were Tony Grenier, Dave Passon, Pat Ellenuk, Dave Manson, Ken Baumgartner, Dave Goetz and Emmanuel Viveros. The Raiders went on to compete for the 1985 Memorial Cup versus the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, Verdun Junior Canadians and the Shawinigan Cataractes, in a game that featured 108 minutes in penalties called. Prince Albert lost 6-2 to Shawinigan. The second game saw the Raiders beat Verdun 5-3 with 2 goals from defenseman Dave Goetz. In the third game, the Raiders defeated the Sault Ste. Marie 8-6, and Dan Hodgson had 5 assists in the match. The Raiders and Greyhounds would play each other again in the semi-finals and Prince Albert would prevail again by a score of 8-3. The Raiders won the Memorial Cup and became CHL champions by defeating the Shawinigan Cataractes 6-1 in the final. Since 1985, the Raiders have produced many NHL stars but have yet to win the WHL championship again. Championships. NHL alumni. Listed below are alumni from Prince Albert Raiders of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League and the Western Hockey League who went on to play in the National Hockey League. SJHL Raiders WHL Raiders season-by-season record. Note: GP equals games played, W equals wins, L equals losses, T equals ties, OTL equals overtime losses, PTS equals points, GF equals goals for, GA equals goals against. WHL championship history: 1984-85 win, 4-0 versus Kamloops. Playoffs. SJHL years: 1972 lost semi-final. Melville Millionaires defeated Prince Albert Raiders 4-2. 1973 lost semi-final. Humboldt Broncos defeated Prince Albert Raiders 4-0. 1974 won league, lost Anavet Cup. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Humboldt Broncos 4-0. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Saskatoon Olympics 4-0. Prince Albert Raiders defeated defeated Estevan Bruins 4-1 as JHL champions. Selkirk Steelers defeated Prince Albert Raiders 4-2. 1975 lost final. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Battleford Barons 4-0. Swift Current Broncos defeated Prince Albert Raiders 4-2. 1976 won League One Anave Cup, lost Abbott Cup. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Battleford Barons 4-0. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Swift Current Broncos 4-0. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Weyburn Red Wings 4-0 as JHL champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Selkirk Steelers 4-1 ANAVET Cup champions. Spruce Grove Mets defeated Prince Albert Raiders 4-1. 1977 won League One Anave Cup, won Abbott Cup, won 1977 Centennial Cup. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Humboldt Broncos 4-0. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Melville Millionaires 4-2 as JHL champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Dauphin Kings Chapter 4-1 ANAVET Cup champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Calgary Canucks 4-1 Abbott Cup champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Pembroke Lumber Kings Chapter 4-0 Centennial Cup champions. 1978 won League One Anave Cup, won Abbott Cup, lost 1978 Centennial Cup. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Battleford Barons 4-0. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Moose Jaw Canucks 4-1 as JHL champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Kildonan North Stars 4-0 ANAVET Cup champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Merritt Centennials 4-1 Abbott Cup champions. Guelph Platers defeated Prince Albert Raiders 4-0. 1979 won League One Anave Cup, won Abbott Cup, won 1979 Centennial Cup final. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Moose Jaw Canucks 4-2 as JHL champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Selkirk Steelers 4-1 ANAVET Cup champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Fort Saskatchewan Traders 4-2 Abbott Cup champions. First in 1979 Centennial Cup round robin. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Sherwood Parkdale Metros 5-4 in final. Centennial Cup champions. 1981 League One Anave Cup, lost Abbott Cup. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Moose Jaw Canucks 4-2 as JHL champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Selkirk Steelers 4-2 ANAVET Cup champions. Red Deer Rustlers defeated Prince Albert Raiders 4-2. 1981 won League One Anave Cup, won Abbott Cup, won 1981 Centennial Cup final. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Battleford Barons 4-0. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Humboldt Broncos 4-0. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Moose Jaw Canucks 4-3 SAJHL champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Street Boniface Saints 4-1 ANAVET Cup champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated St. Albert Saints 4-0 Abbott Cup champions. First in 1981 Centennial Cup round robin. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Belleville Bulls 6-2 in final. Centennial Cup champions. 1982 won League One Anave Cup, won Abbott Cup, won 1982 Centennial Cup. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Humboldt Broncos 4-0. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Swift Current Broncos 4-0. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Yorkton Terriers 4-0. SAJHL champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Fort Garry Blues 4-2. ANAVET Cup champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Street Albert Saints 4-1. Abbott Cup champions. Prince Albert Raiders defeated Guelph Platers 4-0. Centennial Cup champions. WHL years. Team records.